personal stuff, Republicans are very strict. But for
yes.
money stuff, they're very loose. Okay? Democrats are opposite. For personal stuff, they're very loose. You can do whatever you like. But for like financial stuff, they tax you more and stuff. And they make sure you don't like pollute the environment and stuff.
Hello, 大家好。
Hi everyone. Without COVID-19, Mr. Trump's policies could well have won him a second term. His first record at home includes tax cuts, deregulation, and the appointment of benchloads of conservative judges. Before the pandemic, wages among the poorest quarter of workers were growing by 4.7% a year. Small businesses' confidence was near a 30-year peak. By restricting immigration, he gave his voters what they wanted. Abroad, his disruptive approach has brought some welcome change. America has hammered Islamic State and brokered peace deals between Israel and a trio of Muslim countries. Some allies in NATO are at last spending more on defense. China's government knows that that the White House now recognizes it as a formidable adversary. Okay, all that is saying that Mr. Trump did well if it's not because of what he messed up in COVID. So he probably would have won the election if he...
Without the COVID, Mr. Trump's policies, 对吗?
Yeah, policies. Yeah.
Could well have won
him. Yeah.
Could well have won him a second term.
Yeah.
Could means didn't happen.
Right. Potentially happen. Could have gotten him.
Could potentially happen?
Could means like it's just it's an example. We probably would have. Could well means probably would have.
Probably would have. Okay. His record at home. Record means.
Yeah. What is your record? You don't know your record.
Record history.
Yeah. His record. That's right. His record at home. That's correct.
What at home mean?
At home, right? At home means what? Where's his home? Where's Trump's home?
American?
Yeah, so what is so hard
His
about
record at home, not at other country, not at the world. Includes tax cuts.
Yes.
What this mean?
Deregulations is less rules, less regulations.
D means less.
No, D means remove.
Remove the regulation.
Right.
What does regulation mean?
Rules. I told you
Rules.
just now.
Remove the rules and the appointment of
Bench loads of conservative judges. You know a bench? You know, you go to a park, you sit on a bench, you don't know bench. You go to the park, you go sit on a bench.
chair.
It's a bench, it's not a chair. It's a bench.
Looks like a chair.
No, it doesn't look like a chair. It looks much wider than a chair normally. So wide, it's like 2 or 3 people can sit on it.
Bench loads.
Bench load just means many people. Bench loads.
Many people of.
Bench loads means many.
Many.
Yeah.
What the conservative judges.
Oh my God! You don't know conservative? You know Republican, Democrat? You don't know that
Yeah,
either?
I know.
Republicans are normally called conservatives because of their policies are conservative.
Conservative means strict or don't.
No, it doesn't mean anything. It's just a name for something. It doesn't mean anything. Like by the name, the conservative itself means something different than what the political conservative means. There's something called conservative, okay? There's a real word called conservative, okay? But this conservative is talking about conservative policies, which is like a political government thing. It's not about the word conservative. So here, conservative just means like somebody who does not like give you big taxes, but at the same time want to make rules about whether you they're less government, but at the same time they want to make sure that people follow the law. If like for gay people or for like have abortion. So it's kind of like a funny type of conservative. So they want less government for people. They take less taxes, there's less regulation, but at the same time they give you more regulation for people stuff. Does that make sense?
No.
Why is there Republican Democrat Party? Why?
Republican normally, maybe he don't allow women to have the freedom to deal with.
That's right. So you got it. So for personal stuff, Republicans are very strict. But for money stuff, they're very loose. Okay? Democrats are opposite. For personal stuff, they're very loose. You can do whatever you like. But for like financial stuff, they tax you more and stuff. And they make sure you don't like pollute the environment and stuff.
But what's the conservative?
That's what that means. That's what conservative means.
Conservative means Republican.
No, it means conservative, like what they believe in, okay?
Conservative means Republican?
Republican is just a name, okay, of a group, okay? It does not mean...
Conservative is adjective.
Conservative means a value, kind of like what you believe in, kind of thing.
Yeah, what do you believe?
I told you just now.
What do you believe?
Not much, you less freedom for personal stuff and more freedom for like financial stuff.
This conservative?
Yes.
The value?
Yes.
So, the deregulation...
That's part of conservative stuff. Deregulation, less rules.
Deregulation about the money, right?
No, rules. I just said rules. Why is it money? I just said that's about rules. Like rules about like you cannot like you cannot like pollute the environment kind of rules. You cannot do you have to save you have to save the forest. They don't want that kind of stuff. Save nature. They don't want that kind of rule.
Oh, they just deregulation, that kind of rule.
Remove those rules. Save the water. Don't. They don't want those kind of rules. They don't want to like. Oh, they want like people can pollute if they want to. People can cut trees if they want to.
Okay, so tax cuts one thing, deregulation another thing, and the third thing is appointment of the Bachelor of Conservative Judges.
Right.
What does it mean?
They appoint judges.
The appointed of judges.
Appoint judges.
Appointed.
Just appointment of judges.
Appointment of judges.
Yes. He put some judges. That's all. What do judges do?
The judge just tell you what you do is right or wrong.
How do
you
they
need to pay
that?
or you don't need to pay.
No, yeah, that's one idea of judge. Judge does many other things.
They make law.
They do not make the law. See, that's what you.
No. They watch how you follow the law. If you don't follow the law, the judge will.
No, that's the job of the president. That's executive branch. The judges interpret the law. Okay, somebody write the law. They interpret the law. They make sure that they they tell you, okay, somebody wrote this law. This is what it means. Kind of like interpret it. They make sure that the people can interpret the law.
Can understand the law.
Yes.
Okay.
Make people like agree on what that law means.
Okay. Agree what the law means.
Right.
So this appointment of the judges means what?
This people, appointment of people. What is appointment? What's appoint mean? Appoint means what?
Appointment means you have appointment with somebody.
No,
you meet with somebody.
That does not mean that here. Appointment does not mean that here. It's not a meeting thing. Appointment does not mean meeting here. You appointed to a position. Okay, that's what that means. I appoint you to a position.
Put in the position.
Yeah, I put you to a job. This is your job. I give you a job.
Okay. So appointment of judges, give the judge that position.
No, put people in position of judge. Okay.
Put the people in the position of judge.
Right.
Appoint a lot of people in the judge position.
Correct.
But it's a conservative judge position.
No, it's not conservative position. The judges are conservative. They appointed conservative people to those positions.
Oh, they appointed the conservative people to the judge's position.
Correct.
Oh, okay.